Hello, Faye.
Hello, Esbjorn. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Yes.
Great. So the niceties are now out of the way, and we're going to start down to business. And we are going to talk a little bit about Access Folks consulting groups. So what are they, and why do we have these things?
It sounds so scary, doesn't it? The Access Folk consulting groups, when you put it like that. The idea for it is, so hopefully you all know a little bit about what Access Folk is. It's a big research project, and we're trying to look at how to increase and diversify participation in English folk singing. So the consulting groups are there to check us, basically. They're based on the protected characteristics from the Equality Act, with the understanding that I don't know what the problems are for lots of different kinds of people. No one individual does. So the idea is, through this kind of co-produced methodology, is to get as many people involved in helping to shape the research and the structures that the research takes. So these consulting groups are based around those protected characteristics. We've got 6 groups looking at age, sexuality and gender, race and ethnicity, disabilities, belief systems, so political beliefs and religious beliefs, and also class and socio-economic status. That last one is added in by the Arts Council because it seems, I think, you know, it's a really important factor for our kind of music and all sorts of social setups. Anyway, so we're looking for people with either experience or knowledge or even an interest in any of those areas to get together and share and create something, a report. It could be a written report or a visual report, however the information is best shared, to help us understand what the issues are for those different groups for accessing folk music, what we already know about those issues and what we don't know and will be worth doing more research into and finding some more answers. So we basically need people that know stuff on any level, you know, that I don't know. And that's probably you. You know, if you're questioning, you know, it sounds so proper, doesn't it? There's consulting groups with expertise. And other people have expertise that I haven't got. So please come and share it. That's basically what they are.
And I think also that people might feel like, oh, I don't fit into any of these groups. But I think we all have an age. We might all remember how it was to be young. Well, a little bit still yet, so there will be space for a lot of different kind of force and things in these groups, but we should say that we are also running a couple of more data collection projects which might appeal to people who feel like these groups are not for them. So don't give up. We will get to you as well.
Absolutely. There's going to be loads of ways to get involved.
There will be a lot of ways. Definitely. And these groups, then, this report you mentioned, that's going to go to our research board, and they are going to then kind of read all these things and decide and prioritize what we're going to do next in the project. So that's the idea. So there's like several stages here, and eventually it will all kind of trickle down, and we kind of will go back and try things out and see
exactly
what we can do.
So rather than me and you just sitting in our office saying, right, let's do this with no understanding, it's about getting the people that understand the problems to tell the people who've got the money what we should do, and then we'll just go off and do it.
Yeah, excellent. So how will these meetings work?
Okay, they'll be very friendly.
Oh, good.
Everybody, it's all about openness and sharing and accepting what people say, you know. So they will be run in the most inclusive way possible. So we're trying basically to get stuff out of people. Nobody will be expected to write an essay or a report, you know, or any kind of statement, or nobody will be made to do anything that they're not comfortable with. So we'll try loads of different ways to make people feel comfortable. We'll do some talking, we'll do some small group talking, we'll do some writing on like electronic Jamboards. It's all going to be online, actually, so nobody has to get to Sheffield. And you can join through just phone connection as well, and just write things down on pen and paper and post it to us in the end. So we're trying to be as absolutely flexible and accessible as possible so that people can join in the ways that they need to, and the ways that help us get information that you've got to share. So I can't say exactly what will happen because I don't want it to be too boxed in. It depends who's there and what's useful, but we've got a whole raft of tools. We call them tools again, it sounds a bit like I'm a dentist. Things, we'll just try doing some things, but we're never going to throw a ball at you and ask you to say your name, or just make you feel really uncomfortable. Hopefully that's the plan.
Yeah, and it's four meetings in June and July, so and we just going to publish the actual dates for these any day now, but you should know you don't have to participate in every meeting. It's fine if you can just come to one, that's great. And we will kind of, Faye and I will write up some notes in between and things will be shared. So you can always have a look, what did they talk about last time and things like that. So there's no pressure to attend for 4 sessions. And it's only an hour each. So, you know, you can do it quite quickly and easily. You don't have to prepare anything like that.
And if you miss the earlier ones, you can join in later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We're trying to build this picture of what we know. So at the beginning, we're going to be just getting some basic ideas out and then knocking them into shape. But then obviously you could come in and look at what other people have done first and add your own ideas in. So you can't be late. You're not going to get told off if you leave. It's totally, whatever you can contribute is really, really welcome.
And we have a kind of a wide variety of people signed up for this already. And because, you know, you work with quite big groups of people with different background and different ideas, it's very important to think about how we kind of behave. Not only Faye and I that always have to be, of course, super friendly because we are, but everyone have to kind of think a little bit extra. So we have made a little discussion guide, which we will share with everyone as well. But it's basically to say that you listen before you speak, you kind of participate in a way that you feel happy with, and you don't force anyone else to be more involved than they want to, but you check in with people. Maybe they do want to be involved, but need a little bit of kind of just checking in that they are okay. And, you know, if somebody says something you really disagree with, you know, value that. It's a positive thing in the kind of thing we do. You know, we want multiple ideas and thoughts, and some of them will be completely, you know, doesn't work at all. That's fine. You know, we are allowed our different views of this, and that's one reason we're doing this. And there will be, you know, people talk about their experience of being part of things like that, and things might come up of bad experiences as well. And it's very important that we remember that we treat each other with respect and listen to those, but that we also don't share anything outside of these meetings if it's, you know, something that this person doesn't want to be shared. And that's an important part of this as well. You know, talking about experiences of being part of any group is bound to kind of throw up things that are both positive and negative. And I was looking at the notes there, you have written here, don't be punctual and don't come prepared. It sounds like the opposite of anything I ever learned.
That's why I put them in, because I got these, I was looking for how to run a meeting guidance, and on all of them it said be punctual and come prepared, and I thought that would actually totally put me off. So you don't have to read things in advance. We will share things, but if you haven't got time to read them, it's okay. And if you're going to arrive 10 minutes late, still come, you know. So I kind of wanted to, came across a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but hopefully this sort of, I quite like how we've talked about it here. They're really important groups. These are huge issues, and we want to understand them to underpin the whole project. So we are absolutely valuing the importance and the sensitivity of these consultation groups. But on the other hand, we don't want it to seem so precious that people can't get involved. So you need to feel valued and part of this. And so please don't be put off about joining these groups. We're trying our hardest to make them as supportive as we can do for everybody to contribute, and your opinion is really useful. So please do sign up. How do they sign up, Esbjørn?
Well, you go to our webpage and there is kind of a button saying get involved, and then it says fill in the form, and that might sound a bit obscure, the fill in the form, but it's actually fill in the form to join the consulting groups. So you click on that one, and then you fill in your names there. You tick the ones you would like to attend, and you can attend all of them if you want to, or you can attend one, that's fine. And when we get all these things, we send out the invitation to you. To be allowed to be part of this, you will have to sign consent form. This is something that tends to happen when you do research from university, belt and braces and all that, to make sure that everybody involved know that they are part of this, know that the things might be published about this. So it's pretty harmless form, I say. It's not going to tell you to sell your firstborn or anything like that, but you do need to sign. You need to fill it out, and you will get the link to join the meetings after you fill out the form.
And if you've got any questions about any of it, then please do just get in touch with accessfolk@sheffield.ac.uk, and we'll try and help out. So yeah, if you're still in two minds about it, just ask us.
Yeah. Or send us the message on social media. We'll be answering there as well if needed. Yeah, I think that's all about the consulting groups for now, Faye. Yeah, looking forward to get started.
Hope to see you there. Bye.
Bye-bye.